athletes to the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this final, which is the AIROSHOOT Welsh qualification air pistol junior men. On lane A from the Isle of Man, he won the Junior International this year. He's got a personal best of 5.53. 5.38 was good enough for the final today. It's Joshua Holden. On lane B from England, he got to the finals at the Bisley Junior International competition. Personal best of 5.43, and that was achieved today in qualification. It's Zachary Webber. On lane C from England, he is the 50-meter champion at the Nordics 2022. He's got a personal best of 5.73, qualification today of 5.55. He states that he is recently single. If anybody wants his contact details afterwards, see me. It's Joe Baker. On lane D from Scotland, he's a two-time Scottish champion. He's a British champion and third place at the Hungarian Open. Personal best of 5.72. Qualification today, 5.68. He claims that he's only recently gone bald. It's Andrew Walker. On lane E from Wales, he's a British champion. He's got a personal best of 5.63, which he achieved in qualification today. It's Sasha Mikhailov. Lane F from Wales, he won a silver at the CSFED 2022. He's got a personal best of 5.56. Qualification today of 5.44. He claims he loves his mum, but I'm not sure if he's trying to convince himself or her. It's Alex John. On lane G from Germany, he's the champion of the Lower Saxony at air pistol and 50-meter pistol. He's got a personal best of 5.57. Qualification score today of 5.43. It's Justus Meinheit. And on lane H from Great Britain is shooting achievements making it to this final. He was a Bisley 2019 Junior International final. He's got a personal best of 5.52. Qualification today of 5.42. It's Kirill Wojciechowicz.
Take your positions.
important people. They get special service.
Five minutes preparation and sighting time. Start.
The athletes have now been given the order. They got 5 minutes to do their final preparations and sighting shots before the final really commences. When that happens, they will shoot 2 5-shot series, each in a time limit of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. After the second set of 5 shots, we'll move into individual shots fired on command in a time limit of 50 seconds each. After the 12th shot, the lowest scoring athlete will be eliminated from the final, and then every second shot after that, so the 14th, 16th, 18th, we will lose one of our finalists. In the event of a tie, there will be a tie shot between the 2 or more finalists involved. This will continue up to the 23rd and 24th shot, when we will discover our gold and silver medalists. The award ceremony will take place immediately after the qualification or the final match, and audience participation is expected. Audience participation is expected. You may make a noise, you may cheer. Should you have a favourite athlete? Especially if somebody wants Joe Baker's contact details.
So welcome to today's final AIROSHOOT Junior Men's Air Pistol. I'm Craig, and I'm sat here with one of our pistol shooters, Isaac.
Hello everyone.
And Isaac's going to give us some insight from a pistol shooter's point of view of how these finals go, and some of the things that we might see, and what the expectation is for these athletes as we go through the final. So we see our finalists settling down in this sighting series. How important is this sighting series to the athletes, Isaac?
Very important. Personally, I think settling into your shots and knowing when your sights are going, and more just being relaxed, and when the shot goes where you want it to go and it's in your sights, you're like, okay, so I know where the guns are going. And it's just like, then you just build off that in the final when you get to the serious thing.
Building that confidence early.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Hopefully these guys, we can start seeing some Sasha with a good group in there.
Yeah.
And Justice as well, we can see. So again, these guys have qualified on our main hall downstairs and are now in the finals hall. So slightly different conditions that they need to adjust to. Yeah. But it's mainly the same. Processes will be the same, but it's just some environmental changes that they need to overcome, but that's like with all our finalists at this competition.
Seconds.
Joe there with a very good 10.9, so it looks like he might be settling down after a couple of 9s earlier in the sighting series. I think we're in for a very strong final here. It's going to be close, I think, across the board.
Stop, unload. For the first competition series, load. Start.
So Isaac, as the final starts, and we can see the first couple of shots going down. I've seen you shoot a couple of finals recently at the international and other competitions. What would your plan be for this first, five shot series?
Well, mainly for the first 5, personally. I think really just getting into your shots and focusing on the process, and I think really focusing on what you're doing in terms of a process instead of what the score is.
Yep.
I think that's much beneficial. I mean,
Oh,
with all types of shooting.
Sasha there with a 10.9,
Yeah.
so it looks like he's getting his process right.
Yeah, I think just starting off strong. I mean, and also the main thing is not getting wound up by the first 5. I think.
Yeah.
Because even if you do shoot not to the best of your ability in the first 5, I think it's still very easy to make it up in the rest of it.
Yeah.
And you've always got to remember that there's still another final to go.
And another 10.9 there by Andrew Walker as well. So, yeah, I think as we spoke about, I think it's going to be a very good quality final.
It's going to be very close.
Yeah, Zachary off to a great start as well.
10-1,
10-1, 10-4, 10-5. It's good to see some of the international shooters here as well, and kind of really good coverage. Scotland, England and Wales, and Germany and Isle of Man as well in this final, so a real good collective of pistol athletes. Yeah, Zachary seems to be started really well, but a little bit of a wayward 9.1. But the real good work in the first 4 shots with 2 X's and with a 50.5 string. A real good start. Nice confidence booster for him. And you can see him there just reflecting on how those goes, trying to get a bit of that feedback from the process that we talked about earlier. It's really important that these guys are being able to see what is going on and relate that to what they're feeling.
Stop.
Some very good shooting there in that first 5-shot series, and we had a pair of 10.9s, one from Andrew Walker and one from Sasha Mikhailov. At the top of the leaderboard, we have Andrew Walker. He is on 50.7. He's got a 0.2 lead over Zachary Weber, with Sasha Mikhailov in 3rd place at the moment, only 0.9 further behind. Down in 8th place at the moment, it's Alex John. He's got 2.2 to make up, but he's got another 5-shot series to go.
For the next competition series, load. Start.
So that's the first series done here in the final. And the athletes will now start their second 5-shot series. Look at the concentration there with Joe with a really good 10.7, and by Zachary as well. So he's looking really strong in this final.
Yeah.
I believe he's not had too much competition experience. Forgive me if I've got that wrong, but yeah, the showing so far looks like he's very comfortable in the final situation.
He's really settled into his shots.
So it's really important as well, but the time between your shots as well, getting that a little bit of recovery in, getting the oxygen into your bloodstream, relax the body down, and making that mental note, getting that feedback from your shot process. Really, really important for these guys to make those adjustments where needed. Yeah, when I was shooting, I always found this second series probably the hardest part of the final, because I really tried to get a good lead if I could at the start. You know, give yourself that safety blanket for later on. But you know,
it makes all the difference.
It really does. Yeah, it can go down to, you know, we've seen some of the finals already today. You know, 1 point after 23 shots, it goes down to, you know, even smaller than that. You know, 0.1 or 0.2 difference going into the last shot. So I guess you're just trying to get yourself a lead. Yeah.
All the points you can get in this first stages really crucial to the end game, because that's when the nerves usually start kicking in a little bit more. And it gets a little bit pressure with the clapping.
Yeah. You can see some of the athletes taking a couple of attempts at shots. Obviously, that's where they're coming up onto the target, getting that sight picture, and maybe not being quite as good quality as they were hoping for, even by, you know, sight picture or raise onto the target. But they've got plenty of time. No need to rush. It's all about getting the best quality that they can.
Yeah, making sure that the sight picture is where you want it, and nice and level and stable. It's crucial.
Stop.
Top individual score in that round, 10.7. We had that from 4 different athletes, so well done to them. Up at the top of the leaderboard, we now have Andrew Walker. He's in the lead. He's on 99.7. Zachary Webber is in second place. He's 1.3 behind. And Justice Meinhardt has moved up into third. He is a further 1.3 behind. Moving into the single shots now, where we have the first elimination after the 12th shot. Currently in 8th place, it's Joshua Holden. He is 0.5 behind Kirill Wojciechowicz.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So now we go into the next stage of the final. Single shots, 50 seconds after elimination after every 2. So slight mindset change, do you think, for these athletes?
Yes, most definitely. I think it's really where you start to see some
Stop.
of the people who cope with pressure a little bit better. Yeah.
Andrew Walker's still at the top. Zachary Webber, oh no, Justus Meinhardt has moved into second place. Zachary Webber down into third. Down at the bottom at the moment, it's changed ever so slightly. Kirill Wojtiewiczis is now in 8th place. He's in the danger zone, but he's 0.4 behind Joshua Holden. 1 shot to go.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So we see Andrew with a bit of a lead here, but it's very tight in the middle of the table there. So, you know, guys have got plenty of opportunity to try and keep that approach.
Taking a little bit more time with these shots now, as you can tell.
Yeah, a little bit slower across the board on the second single shot.
Stop.
After 12 shots, we have our first elimination. In 8th place on foreign point A, it's Joshua Holden. At the top of the leaderboard, Andrew Walker is still in first place. He's got 1.3 lead over Justus Meinhardt in second place, and he has a 1.1 lead over Zachary Webber. Kirill Wojtiewiczis is in the danger zone at the moment. He's in 7th place. He's got 1.0 to make up on Alex John. He's got 2 shots to try to do that.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Unfortunate for Josh there, the first elimination of this final. But he's got plenty more chances over the next couple of days with the competitions we've got coming up, so I'm sure we'll see him in another final. But as we go on, we'll see where the dust settles. Kirill with a very good, strong 10.3, and Joe keeping that quality up.
Joe with a strong 10.7.
Yeah. It looked a bit meaningful from he knew what he was doing. Oh, and Justus as well, 10.7.
Change at the top, a 10.7 there from Justus Meinhardt. It's put him now into the lead. Joe Baker into second, Andrew Walker into third. We've got 1 shot to decide 7th place, and at the moment Kirill Wojtiewiczis is holding that place, but he is only 0.8 behind Alex John going into the next shot.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So let's see who can keep that mentality, keep into the process.
Yeah, I think finals are very much a mental game, a technique game.
Yeah.
If you've shot well enough to get to the final, you're good enough shooter to win it. It's just about keeping the mental side of it.
Yeah, like keeping a confidence level up and adapting to anything that might come across as well.
Stop.
14 shots in our second elimination. In 7th place on foreign point H, it's Kirill Wojtiewiczis. First place at the moment is Justus Meinhardt. He's in the gold medal position. He has a 0.5 lead over Jay Baker in second place. Sasha Mikhailov up into third place. He's 0.6 behind. Down at the bottom, it's in 6th place is Alex John. He has 2.0 to make up over Zachary Webber if he wants to stay in this final.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So we continue on with the final. It was good to see Kirill in this final. I think after had a bit of a break and coming back to it. So yeah, it's really good to see him qualify strong and making a good showing in the final as well. So again, he's got plenty of more chances this over this couple of days. But Zachary continuing the form we saw at the start of the match, a strong 10.5. It's really going to help that middle order that's really close at the moment. It could go either way. Obviously the scores are a little bit different to what we've seen already with rifle.
Justice Meinheit, it remains at the top, but only just. It's 0.3 gap to Sasha Mikhailov now in second, Joe Baker in third. Alex John is still in sixth place, and he's got 2.8 to make up if he wants to stay in the final. He's got one shot to do it.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So only 0.7 as it stands between the top four athletes for this final. I'm not really sure who's going to be taking away some medals here, but over the next couple of shots we'll definitely find out. I think a couple of them just need a bit of a strong showing over the next shot or so.
Strong from Sasha.
Nice 10.6 and
Stop.
Andrew with a 10.7.
We now have our next elimination for sixth place on 5-point F. It's Alex John. It's all changing here at the top. Our first place now is Sasha Mikhailov. He has a 1.3 lead over Andrew Walker. In second place, Joe Baker in third. Going into the next two shots, we have in fifth place, Justice Meinheit. He's only 0.4 behind Zachary Webber. 2 shots to try and stay in the match.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So we see Sasha taking a bit of a lead here, very different from his shooting background of practical pistol, but he's transitioned really well over to Olympic discipline as well.
He has. He's a very good shooter.
Yeah. Oh, I can see that there.
Yeah, Sasha with another really strong score.
Yeah, 10.6. It means business here. He really wants to take back gold.
Stop.
Really good 10.5 as well.
It's a very close match, this. Sasha Mikhailov stays in the lead. Joe Baker's now in second place. Joint with Justice Meinheit. 10.5 has pulled him up a long way. So in fifth place at the moment, it's Zachary Webber. He's in fifth place. He needs to make up 0.2 over Andrew Walker to stay in the final.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So what's it like when you get to this part of the final? You know the middles are close. It's very tight.
No, so it's always nerve-wracking when the clapping starts, and just all the other shooters going. You just got to keep your composure, just keep cracking on.
Yeah, you start seeing not having people next to you.
Yeah.
Slight changes, but yeah, you've got to keep that concentration throughout.
Stop.
18 shots in, we have our fifth place finalist, and on 5-point G, it's Justice Meinheit. Very narrow margin, he's only 0.1 from safety. Sasha Mikhailov still in the lead, first place. He's got a 2.0 lead over Joe Baker in second. Andrew Walker in third, a further 0.6 behind. And Zachary Webber currently in fourth place. He is only 0.4 behind. If he wants to get into the medals, he's got 2 shots to make up that difference.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
next 2 shots will determine who our medalists are.
This stage is crucial. Oh yes. Joe with a strong score.
Stop.
Sasha Mikhailov still in the lead. Joe Baker into second. Andrew Walker third. Zachary Webber still fourth. At the moment, Zachary, if you want to stay in the lead, stay in the match, you have 0.7 to make up over Andrew Walker. You've got 1 shot to do it.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So Isaac, when you're shooting finals, we had commentary there from the main hall commentator, 0.7. Do you like knowing where you are on the leaderboard, or?
It helps, but also it does serve as a very easy distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, it can really put you off knowing that to maybe make it into a medal position, you're going to have to either stay ahead by like 0.2. But as soon as you're in the top 3, I really feel like you're mentally quite strong.
We now have our 4th place finalist, and on firing point B, it's Zachary Webber. We now know who our 3 medalists are going to be, but it's a fight to see what colour they're going to get. There's been a change at the top. Joe Baker has taken the lead. He now has a 0.1 lead over Sasha Mikhailov. Andrew Walker currently 3rd. He's 1.6 further back. He needs to make that up over 2 shots if he wants to do anything better than a bronze.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So a great showing there by Zachary, unfortunately going out in 4th place, missing out on a medal this time, but again, plenty more chances, but only 0.1 between our 1st and 2nd place. Now it's really getting down to the relaxing, getting that process done, and then Joe delivering a good 10.1 in this situation.
Stop.
No change in the order there. It's still Joe Baker 1st, Sasha Mikhailov 2nd, Andrew Walker 3rd. Moving into this next shot to decide the bronze medal.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So Isaac, you've been in any real close finals in your time?
Yeah, it all just comes down to the last wire. I know a few situations where it's been, just 0.1 of a difference where it's come down to, and it's like 10.8 at the end, and all of a sudden it just completely changes. So yeah.
Can't rest on your laurels, really.
Yeah.
Till the
Stop.
final shot.
Taken 22 shots to get there, but we now have our bronze medalist. On firing point D, it's Andrew Walker. Two shots to go to decide the gold and silver medals, but there's been a change at the top. Sasha Mikhailov now into the gold medal position. Joe Baker 1.0 behind. Let's see what happens in the next shot.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
So the lead keeps changing. We called it at the start, really. It's going to be close between all of them, but only 1 point after 22 shots.
It all comes down to these last shots.
Yeah, good 9.7 there by Sasha. Very controlled. 9.6.
Stop.
Just extending that lead slightly.
9.6 to a 9.7, so very little change there. Sasha Mikhailov still in the lead. Joe Baker still second. 1.1 is now the difference, and 1 shot to go.
For the next competition shot, load. Start.
Yeah, a bit of work here for Joe to do with a 1.1 going into last shot, but both athletes seem to be quite relaxed. Gone through their pre-shot routine.
Yeah.
So, got it all on the table, see what it is. Brilliant from both athletes throughout this final.
Stop and load. Results are final.
As Chief Range Officer has announced, results are final. We now have our medalists. We have third place, bronze medal, Andrew Walker. In second place, and the silver medal, Joe Baker. And first place, and the gold medal, Sasha Mikhailov. The awards ceremony will take place in a few moments in this very hall, so please do not run away.